Are you still embarrassing yourself by holding conference calls on your desk phone? If the answer to that is unfortunately yes, this might be the guy for you. The Yealink CP960 conference phone. We've got it, we're going to take a look at it right now. Hey, hope everybody's doing well today. This is Chris with Accent, and thanks for checking out our CP960 IP conference phone video. Before we get going, as always, please give us a like if you'd like, even subscribe to this channel. We put out a lot of great content around VoIP services, telecom industry in general, VoIP product reviews, etc. The CP960 IP conference phone is the review du jour, and we're going to get started here just momentarily. First off, if you've got any questions, you can shoot us an email at youtube@accentservices.com. You can also hit our website at www.accentvoice.com as well. We're always listening for your comments, feedback, and if you've got any particular questions, as I like to say, we're real people, we're here to help. So give us a call if you feel inclined, or shoot us an email. That phone number is 800-589-7379. All right, so a little while back we did a setup and config video on the CP960. It was pretty popular. We got a lot of interest out of it, and we got a lot of people wanting to learn a little bit more. But those were generally for folks that already had the phone. So if you're considering a conference phone and you want to take a look at the CP960, this is going to be the video for you. The setup and config video, you can hit the link above, and that'll take you to that one. That'll walk you through more of the web interface setup and setup on our Connect Cloud PBX. If that one's not for you, this is probably the video for you if you're still trying to make a decision on the device itself. I've got the official Yealink specs in my hand here. Just going to go down the particulars of the device here momentarily for you. The Optima HD IP conference phone with the product number CP960 from Yealink here. It has a Android 5.1 operating system. It is a 20-foot and 360-degree microphone pickup range with a built-in 3 microphone array and 2 additional CP wireless expansion mics. So this is obviously the version with the wireless mics. Yealink sells a version without the mics if you don't have a bigger table. Table this size, you don't need the mics, but if you've got a table about twice this size or so, I would recommend the mics. The mics are great. They actually have this little charging stand that comes with them, just USBs into the actual side of the phone to power. You just put them on here, throw them down here when you're done using them. They sit like so. They charge automatically. It's pretty handy. So you can add the mics after the fact, but it's going to be more expensive than if you just buy the mics with the device itself. The next section, we're going to talk pricing, what Accent sells this for. This phone's actually a pretty good steal for the price and the functionality. So what else do we have? It's got built-in Wi-Fi, so we've got it plugged in today on a physical cable, but you don't have to because it's run on Wi-Fi. You still have to power it though, and here's a quick little tip for you. This phone does not have an AC power adapter, so it's got to be powered by power over Ethernet. So we actually, when we sell the phone, we include a PoE, power over Ethernet adapter with every one of these guys. But pay attention to that, because if you don't have PoE and you don't have an adapter, you're kind of going to be out of luck, because it's got to have one of those two things to power it. Even on Wi-Fi, you got to get power to the device, right? It's also got built-in Bluetooth, which is handy because you can actually Bluetooth connect it to your cell phone. So if you're using this more as like a desk phone, not a lot of people are, but if you were using it in a desk phone or even in a conference room, you can have your cell phone connected to it via Bluetooth, and then if you actually took a cell phone call, you could have this be the Bluetooth speaker, which is pretty nice as well. All right, let's see what else. You know what? Forget the specs. This is a really good phone. It's actually our most popular conference phone, to be honest with you. And we're going to get in on the interface a little bit, zoom in here momentarily and take a look at the phone. And why is it popular? Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, performance. It does a heck of a good job with HD audio. It supports a wide range of audio codecs, Opus, G711, G722, all the popular ones out there. And it also is a great price. It's a great price point. I mentioned we're going to talk price. We're going to do that toward the end of the video today after we get into the interface. The wireless mics are a must, as I mentioned. The interface is pretty easy to use. It does run Android, but it's a little limited version of Android. You don't want a lot of apps, Android apps on your conference phone. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not functional for your average everyday user that walks in that wants to just use the phone to make a call and get a conference call rolling. So let's dive into the interface a little bit. We'll check out the conference phone itself, how you get around it, and see more from there. So we're in here pretty tight on the CP960 just so we can check out the phone's Android interface a little bit. I mentioned it runs Android 5.1 at the beginning of the video. It's not a build of Android that's going to give you a lot of access to any enhanced applications. You can see some things here on the front of the screen. Settings, browser, messages, call history, call recorder, etc. Those types of features are available. I'm not going to recommend getting on the browser on this device too in depth. It's going to be limited for functionality, and if you need a browser, your conference phone is probably not where you should be looking for a browser. What we are going to dive into here is the dial function. Dial function is actually how you're going to grab, open up a call, if you will, and it's got your standard 12-key dial interface along with the send button. And if you scroll through recent calls, you'll see up at the top here that you've got a nice call history. And if I want to make a phone call, I'm just going to dial our conference bridge here.
Please enter your conference number followed by the pound key.
You can see I've got a visual interface here to manage the call. Nice rich audio. Just going to turn that down a little bit here. When I'm on a call, I've got a mute function. We've got more capabilities as far as hold, new call, transfer, DSS keys as well. And just in that call here, the conference bridge just hung up on me actually. It's got a local call recording application that actually would allow you to record calls locally to this device and then access them for use later on. Handy little feature if your phone system or your cloud service doesn't support recording of your conference calls. If it doesn't, by the way, get one that does. AccentVoice.com. We support full recording of all your audio conference calls and your just general desk phone calls as well. Messages, this is going to be my voicemail. If you've got a voicemail extension set up with the conference phone, you'd be able to access voicemail there as well. A lot of conference phones, though, don't have active voicemail boxes. Directory will give you access to a corporate directory or a local directory as well if you wanted to sync Bluetooth contacts with it or any other type of contact book. Most of the Yealink phones will support an XML file to upload contacts. And on the Voice One Connect Cloud, we actually auto-sync your phone system's contacts directly with the phone as well, which is very nice. And I mentioned Bluetooth. This gives you the ability to pair any type of Bluetooth phones with the CP960. So you could have a couple different Bluetooth phones paired with it, and any one time walk into a conference room or a meeting room, and if I needed to take a call that was on my cell phone and put it on the conference phone with Bluetooth, you can do that. Pretty nice. So you've seen the interface. Let's talk price for a minute. So I mentioned in the beginning that this phone is a great balance of performance and for the price point too. So Accent sells this phone brand new out of the box and includes a PoE injector and the two wireless mics for $720. Now you might think $700 for a phone, that's crazy. Well, for the conference phone, for a high-grade executive quality conference phone, that's actually a really, really good price. Some conference phones from other manufacturers are going to range up into $1,000 plus price point, and they may not have wireless mics, they may not have Bluetooth, they may not have Wi-Fi, things like that matter. So for the price point and the performance, it's a really good product here, and it's actually our most popular conference phone that we've ever sold, we've ever held. This phone has outsold them all when it comes to conference phones, so pretty good deal. That about wraps it up for today. The Yealink CP960 IP conference phone. What did you think? What do you think? Are you interested in one? If so, you can get them in a lot of places. You can also get one at AccentVoice.com. You can check us out. You can also email us, youtube@accentservices.com. Give us a call, 800-589-7379. Great phone, really good price point for your conference phone. Regardless of who you buy it from, don't buy it without the wireless mics unless you got a little table, as I mentioned previously. It's a waste of your money, and if you come back to try to buy the wireless mics, it's going to be way too much money up front. So Anyway, I mentioned previously, we've got a setup and config video on this phone itself. You can hit the link above to catch that video out. It's going to run through the interface on the back end of the phone, setting it up, configuring it with our Voice One Connect Cloud. If you need a service to hook your conference phone up to, the Voice One Connect Cloud is a great one as well. Get you started for as little as $14.99 a month per user. You can't beat that either. So this has been Chris with Accent, and I want to thank you so much for joining us. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe if you feel like it, or drop us a comment below. Check out the channel for a lot of other VoIP content, product reviews, topical discussions, etc.